Hi, it's Doug from Groovy Entertainment. Today we have another book on tape to play for you. Today book is Too Many Frogs from 2005. So let's get started.
Too Many Frogs by Sandy Asher, illustrated by Keith Graves. When you hear this sound, it's time to turn the page. Rabbit lived by himself in the hollow of an old tree. He cooked for himself, he tidied up after himself, and at the end of each and every day, he read himself a story. It was a simple way of life. No fuss, no clutter. And Rabbit liked it. But one rainy evening, he heard a knockety-knocking at his door. "It's Froggy," croaked a deep voice. "Don't care for this storm." Rabbit opened the door. "I was about to read myself a story." "Love to listen," Froggy cried, and hopped right inside. "Don't mind, do you?" "I suppose not," Rabbit said. So Froggy listened while Rabbit read his story. "Well done," he cheered when Rabbit had finished. "Storm's ended too. Thanks for your kindness. Toodaloo." The next evening, as usual, Rabbit finished dinner, tidied up, and sat down to read himself a story. But before he could begin, he heard another knockety-knocking at his door. "It's Froggy," croaked the same deep voice. Rabbit opened the door. "I was about to read myself a story." "I know," Froggy cried, and hopped right inside. "Love to listen, but first, let's fix ourselves a snack. Or three. Don't mind, do you?" "I suppose not," Rabbit said. So Froggy hopped and popped and whipped and flipped and mixed and fixed a snack. Or three. Too much fuss, Rabbit thought. But Froggy listened while Rabbit read his story. "Well done," he cheered when Rabbit had finished. "Snack's gone too. Thanks for your kindness. Toodaloo." The next evening, Rabbit finished dinner, tidied up, and sat down to read himself another story. But before he could begin, there was that same knockety-knocking at his door. "It's Froggy," croaked the familiar voice. Rabbit opened the door. "I was about to read," he began. "I know," Froggy cried, and hopped right inside. "About to read yourself a story. Love to listen, but first, let's get ourselves all comfy cozy. Don't mind, do you?" "I suppose not," said Rabbit. So Froggy fluffed and puffed and mushed and smushed and piled up billows of pillows. Too much clutter, Rabbit thought. But Froggy listened while Rabbit read his story. "Well done," he cheered when Rabbit had finished. "Bedtime, too. Thanks for your kindness. Toodaloo." The next evening, Rabbit finished dinner, tidied up, and sat down to read himself a new story. But before he could begin, there was that knockety-knocking again. "It's Froggy." Rabbit opened the door. "I know," Froggy cried before Rabbit could say a single word. "You were about to read yourself a story. Love to listen. But first, meet the family. been telling them all about you and your stories. Love to join us. Don't mind, do you? Rabbit looked at Froggy's family, big frogs and little frogs, dozens and dozens, all wearing t-shirts. Frog Family Reunion. Too many frogs, he thought. Too much fuss, too much clutter. But I do mind, Froggy, he said at last. You do? Froggy asked. I never invited you in, Rabbit explained. I never invited you to fix a snack. I never invited you to get all comfy cozy. And I never invited your family to join me. So I do mind. Very much indeed. Uh-oh, croaked Froggy. This will never do. Thanks for your kindness. Toodaloo. Alone at last, Rabbit sat down to read himself a story. For one anxious moment, he waited for a knockety knocking at his door. It never came. Don't mind, do you? He asked himself with a chuckle. Most certainly not, he answered himself and began to read. It was a good story. But something was missing. Snacks make a good story better, he thought. So he fixed himself a snack and read on. It was a very good story. But something was missing. Pillows make a good story better, he thought. So he fluffed himself a pillow and read on. It was an exceptionally good story. But something was still missing. Rabbit blinked once. He blinked twice. And then he sighed. It's Froggy, he told himself at last. He loves to listen. Rabbit opened his door. There sat Froggy and his family, waiting patiently to say they were sorry. Never meant to be rude, Froggy said. Brought you a t-shirt. Frog Family Reunion. Thank you, Rabbit said. I was about to read a story. Would you like to join me? Love to listen, cried the frogs. And in they all hopped, big frogs and little frogs, dozens and dozens. Rabbit offered them a snack, or three, and helped them fluff their pillows. Then every frog listened while Rabbit read a story. Well done, they cheered when he had finished. So many frogs, Rabbit thought. So much fuss, so much clutter. It was a different way of life, and Rabbit liked it.
So, that was Too Many Frogs from 2005. So if you like, subscribe, share, and comment, and have a groovy day. Our next book will be Franklin and the Tooth Fairy.